Inside the cacao fruit are the cacao beans, and that's actually a cacao bean with its fruit still on it. Now you can dehydrate that and eat it as is, and it is phenomenal. It's one of the greatest foods ever. Watch. You can also eat it. Like I'm eating it right now. Here, look at the color. Purple cacao power. Now is the hour of purple cacao power. All these years I've been telling people the color of cacao is the violet flame of Saint Germain, the alchemical food of the world. There you can see it. You can see how similar it looks to your cardiovascular system, to your brain, to your intestines, and to your heart. And those are all the things that cacao works on. You can see it right there. Another thing is, when we pull this out, there's the pearly whites, right? That's the smiling mouth. There's the teeth. Because cacao is good for your teeth. The rind, right here, is super rich in calcium. So they used to take these rinds, burn them to an ash, and use them in their coca eating ritual of consuming lime with the coca, which draws out more of the alkaloids down there in South America. Coca fruits are tiny. They're about that big, but they look exactly like cacao fruits. Inside, of course, each one of these cacao beans is a huge amount of minerals, and in particular magnesium. So right here in the whole cacao complex, we have the calcium in the rind and the magnesium in the fruit. Traditionally, cacao like this was only eaten by women. Now I'm going to break the umbilical cord, which is at the top of the fruit, which is the part that connects right there. I'm going to break that umbilical cord so I can pull this out and show you. Oh, there it comes. Okay, now I've gotten it out. I can show you that umbilical cord that connects all these little things together right there. See, these are all that's the cacao fruits right there. This is traditionally a food in this state that was only eaten by women in indigenous tribes in Central and South America. Excellent food for pregnancy, excellent food for pre-pregnancy, excellent food for young mothers who are just starting to breastfeed. Probably the best food that's growing in the Amazon, actually. And if you look here, again, I want to just show that. There we have cut right into the cacao bean, right through the fruit pulp. Traditionally what happens in the Amazon, or any place now where cacao is grown, they take all of this and they pour it right on the jungle onto banana leaves, just like that. And it will sit out there in the open jungle. The fruit will ferment and drain off like vinegar, and then they will dry the remaining cacao beans. That's fermented cacao, and that's how most of the chocolate industry does it. The way that we do it is we remove the fruit pulp and then dry the cacao so there's no fermentation. Therefore, you don't really get that vinegar-like flavor. If a controlled environment occurs, the cacao bean can be kept microbe-free. If it's an uncontrolled environment, the way that 99% of the chocolate industry does it, actually it's more like 99.999% of the chocolate industry does it, what happens is that fermentation occurs, then some of that material will mold, and there will be bacteria and mold present on the cacao bean, and then those things will dry on the cacao bean, and it can even contaminate the cacao nib, and you'll see that as white material on the cacao nib, and you can taste it, and you'll also see it if the cacao still has skin on it. You'll see black moldy material or even white mold right on the outside of the dried cacao bean with the skin. If we look closely, I'm going to show you another look at this. The skin is visible here. There's the skin right there. I'm going to try to peel this fruit back. There's the skin of the cacao that's surrounding the bean. I'll see if I can peel it so you can get a good look at that. Right there. There's the cacao skin. So all of us have seen the dried cacao with the skin on it. There it is right there. So it is there. And I'm just peeling it back. And you can see the fruit pulp immediately around it. Let's peel this over here. Now I want you to get a good look at this cacao bean as it's peeled, but still fresh, and see exactly what we're dealing with here. This is the most glorious looking seed probably in Mother Nature's queendom. Look at the smoothness of that and the antioxidant rich quality of the fresh cacao bean. It's like a living embryo. That's the intelligence. It contains neurotransmitters, the same neurotransmitters that are in our brain. And then we're going to split it open. Look at that. That's the real deal, folks. See, when I got into cacao, I got into it at this level. I went all the way here to Hawaii and began investigating what's going on with cacao, began playing around with it at this level and eating it like this and doing a bunch of different experiments with drying it, and that's how cacao came into the world. That's how you found out about it, was from those original experiments. This is the real form of cacao. And you can only be provided fresh, and you have to go somewhere where it is fresh. In the tropics, in Central America, South America, in Hawaii, or now currently even in Indonesia and Africa where you can find fresh cacao. If you can eat it like this, eat it like this. If you can't, get the microbe-free cacao with the clean skins. Peel those skins off yourself, and that's the next best thing. Cheers to the cacao god. Have the best day ever.